Hello everyone, my name is Arya Ajay Kurtarkar and I am a legal intern at Lexan Company. I'm also a fourth year BLB student from GR Kare College of Law, Margao, Goa, under Goa University. Today I'm going to be talking on the topic of actionable claims under the Transfer of Property Act 1882. And the purpose of making this video is to spread awareness about the actionable claims that can be claimed on any debt. So, actionable claim means a claim to any debt other than a debt secured by mortgage of immovable property or by hypothecation or pledge of immovable property or to any beneficial interest in movable property not in the possession either actual or constructive of the claimant, which the civil court recognizes as affording grounds for relief whether such debt or beneficial interest be existent, occurring, conditional or contingent. In order to ascertain whether a claim is an actionable claim, it must first be determined whether it is a debt. The term debt was defined as a sum of money which is payable or will become payable in future by reason of a present obligation. In Bhukti versus Panindra, it must be a perfect and absolute debt and not merely a sum of money which may or may not become payable at some time in future, or the payment of which depends upon contingencies which may or may not happen. Secondly, whether it is a secured or unsecured debt, because unsecured debt are excluded from the definition of actionable claim. Thus, actionable claim means a claim to be unsecured debt. The following are held to be actionable claims. So, claim for arrest of rent, claim for of rent to fall due in the future, an actionable claim for it is occurring debt within the meaning of the definition. The benefit of the executory contract for the purpose of the good is a beneficial interest in immovable property and it therefore is an actionable claim. A share in a partnership. The right to recover the arrears of annuity, though it be changed upon immovable property, is not secured by a mortgage, so the claim amount to an actionable claim. Ordinary and endowment life policies. The right to the proceeds of business. Provident fund amount payable after retirement and not presently. According to Section 130, Transfer of Property Act, actionable claim is transferable. The section provides the transfer of an actionable claim, whether with or without consideration, shall be effected only by the execution of an instrument in which, signed by the transferor or his duty unauthorized agent, shall be complete and effectual upon the execution of such instrument, and thereupon all the rights and remedies of the transferor, whether by way of damages or otherwise, shall rest in the transferee, whether such notice of the transferor as is herein after provided be given or not, provided every dealing with the debt or other actionable claim by debtor or other person from or against whom the transferor would, but for such instrument of transfer as aforesaid, have been entitled to recover or enforce such debt or other actionable claim shall, say by the debtor or other person is a party to the transferor or has received or express notice thereof as herein after provided be valid as against such transfer. The second point says that the transferee of an actionable claim may, upon the execution of such instrument of transfer as aforesaid, sue or institute proceedings for the same in his own name without obtaining the transferor's consent to such suit or proceeding and without making him a party thereto. A transfer of an actionable claim takes effect immediately from the date of the transfer and not from the date of notice which the transferee may or may not have given to the debtor. This was held in Santuram versus the Trust of Indian Assurance Company. So please do like, share, subscribe and comment on my video, and do like and subscribe our channel LexClick, and make sure to press the bell icon to get notifications when we post a video. Also, please give me a feedback on this video and previous videos which you can see on this video channel. Also, if you have any questions related to this video or any previous videos, please post it in the comment section below. I will reply as soon as possible. Lastly, this video doesn't solicit any type of promotion or advertisement as per the guidelines of the Bar Council of India, and the sole purpose of making this video is for educational purposes only. Thank you.